up, guys? So I am here at House Automotive at their Pasadena location. Again, these are the only guys that touch my Porsches. They're making sure that my 911 is in tip-top shape because tomorrow morning I am driving that over to Porsche Experience Center LA, and the second I step out of my 911, I am stepping into a new 992, and we're gonna be driving it on their track. I say we because my buddy Andy, who's here at House Automotive, he's gonna be driving as well. So both of us are gonna have some fun. Again, special thanks to House Automotive for sending me over here. He hooks it up for me, and they take such good care of my cars, and it's awesome that they're giving me a little bit of a reward to rip on a new 911. He also is a 996 guy. He got rid of his recently. He had a really nice silver aero kit, and he has a Cayenne that he's actually in the process of doing some cool things with, right?
Yeah, we're lifting it and overlanding it real soon.
So, looks awesome. I'm gonna get some clips of that. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be filming as much as possible. I don't know what their rules are with the GoPro situation or anything, but they said it would be fine if I had someone there. So I'm gonna have someone running a camera, at least from the outside. Hopefully, I can put a GoPro in the car with me. No guarantees, but either way, we're gonna be ripping tomorrow. I'm gonna bring you guys with me. All right.
We're gonna get the manager out there. Let us film.
As we make our way outside, we can see some beautiful Porsches here parked right in front of that track, and we're passing a couple 992 GT3s on the right here. I had the pleasure of driving one of these in the Malibu Canyons when they first came out stateside, and it's an absolute weapon of a car. But here in front of us, we're going to focus on this yellow beauty here. This is a 992 911 C2S, which is essentially the newest iteration of my personal 911. Now, this is, not only a bit more modern than my 911, it's also a bit larger in stature, it's also a bit more powerful, and a whole lot more expensive than my 911. The base price of this car in front of us is $114,550 US dollars. But there's a whole lot of power coming along with that big old price tag. You're getting 443 horsepower and 390 foot-pounds of torque from that twin turbocharged flat six. So it is very, very impressive to step out of my 911, get into this one, and let it rip. Let's take a look. So here I am practicing how to catch the car once the rear end slides out from under me, and you can see here flawlessly I caught the car and was able to keep going. Now, what I don't want to tell you is that it was only after I spun the car out a few thousand times. But I did end up figuring it out eventually. So speaking of spinning out, here I am essentially practicing donuts, and it's mind-boggling to me to think that someone would hand me the keys to a six-figure 911 and tell me to do donuts with it. Now, in my younger years, I've been known to do some donuts in vehicles in totally legal scenarios for whatever law enforcement body is listening to this, but it's very different than doing donuts in a car on dry pavement, or, doing donuts in your Jeep or your Land Rover on some dirt. I do that all the time when I'm off-roading. This is what is essentially a hard, smooth plastic disc. So it's like a resin surface is what my coach told me. And they're flooding it with water. So when you hit the throttle with the traction control off, the car is going to naturally want to spin out. It's not going to want to make a smooth correction. It's not going to want to make a easy turn. It's going to want to just go loosey-goosey on you. So I was practicing hand-over-hand corrections, feathering the throttle, and if I do say so myself, I made it look easy, baby. I mean, come on now. So we wrapped the session up with me doing a few laps around the track, and you can see from this angle, the track was actually kind of wet. and that wasn't intentional on their part. That it actually did rain like the morning of. So because of that, we had to stay hyper cognizant of the drier areas on the track. And when I'd go around a corner, sometimes my instructor here would be like, hey, stay away from this wet spot. There's going to be a wet area coming up. Stay over here towards the dry area. So I didn't feel super duper confident 100% dropping the hammer and letting it rip, but I will come back on a drier day and I will put the pedal to the metal. And hopefully I can drive with my instructor here, Graham, because he is absolutely the man. Such a cool guy. He's a pro stunt driver, and he's also an instructor here at Porsche Experience Center LA. And he made everything super easy to understand while also letting me know, like, you can make mistakes while driving. You just have to stay calm and correct it very easily with these simple tips. And again, it was just so fun. And I don't want to make it sound like I didn't drive fast. Now, I hit some decent speed on the track, but where it really shined was this straightaway section that unfortunately we couldn't film because we couldn't film in that area, but we were able to test the launch control feature that every PDK Porsche nowadays has, and literally you step on the brake with your left foot, you put the pedal to the metal with your right foot, and you just let go of the brake, and it threw me in the back of my seat. I hit like just under 120 miles per hour on a straightaway, and it was insane. It was so much fun.
All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to wrap this up again by saying thank you to House Automotive. But one thing that I really want to kind of bring home is the fact that when you meet a shop that you've built rapport with, it does kind of transcend just a good shop. You make friendships and you find things that you can relate on outside of work, outside of the cars, and this is just an example. Andy has been someone that I've known for a relatively short period of time, but we just have, I mean, look, like, I usually buzz my head, but we essentially look the same. And he's someone that I consider a very close friend at this point. So to have him as a connection to a shop that I can use when I need, it's someone that I trust, but also someone that I can just text and have. We've had lunch together, we hang out, and so I urge you, come down to House Automotive and hang out with us, and chances are I will be there. So if I'm not there, Andy's definitely going to be there, and if you want to come say hi, Andy will just text me and I'll show up. So Andy, did you have fun today?
Dude, it was so much fun. Incredible experience.
He was faster than me too. He was right. He passed me twice on the track. Next time though, I'll get him. Andy, thank you so much, bro. I love you. And everyone, tell him congratulations in the comment section. He just got a kid. So.
Thanks.
Mazel tov, bro. All right, peace.
Cheers.
I'm T3, and it's time to drive. All right, Andy's gonna fill us in on this because I've been drooling over this turbo, but yellow means more money in the Porsche world. Turbo obviously means more money in the Porsche world, but Andy's telling me to stop salivating and stay away. Why is that?
Yellow means a lot in terms of dollar amount for Porsche, not only because of the beautiful color of the paint, but because of the beautiful color of the brake calipers, and what they encase is a carbon ceramic rotor that is approximately $7,000 per rotor to replace. And so when you're dealing with a car whose value may not be where it once was at retail, the cost of replacing this equipment is much, much higher than anticipated.
All right, guys, so in the Porsche world, what Andy's referring to is these calipers. When they're yellow, traditionally, it means these rotors are not just any rotors. So when we look at my 996, right, I have drilled rotors and decent brakes, but this is the dead giveaway. If you don't know what this is, if you don't know what yellow means, seeing this here is a dead giveaway that this is gonna be pretty dang special. Now, the turbos have, what, like 2 to 3 times more power than my little Carrera makes. So they need more stopping power, right? More go power means more stopping power. These carbon ceramic brakes, not only are they bigger than the ones that I have on my car, they handle heat better. They're going to stop the car faster. And the worst part about them is that replacing them will just with Andy's valuation, 2 rotors is like the price of my car. So we're talking big money just in wear and tear parts here.